Hej, jag heter Fili och du ser PITCAM TV.
Very nice.
Sehr schön schön.
Tack så mycket.
Muss man sagen.
Nej, säg god.
Sehr gut English.
Talk a bit German.
Ein bisschen.
Oh, you have to learn it, right, in school?
Yes, they force it upon students. It's either that or French, right, Per?
Oh, okay.
I pick French,
Yes.
but I speak better German after touring here for a long time.
Yes.
First things first, hur mår du?
Mycket bra.
Lite trött.
Ich bin müde.
When did you arrive? A few hours ago or?
I think you came after us. We arrived around 12-ish, but I still got up at 6 in the morning. Well, that's festival season for a Swedish rock band, I gotta say.
Okay, so how many festivals you've played now before this tonight?
Oh, well, this is the first time, but it's even worse. We had the big pagan festival thing going on in Sweden called Midsummer's Eve, where we put a nice grassy dick in the ground, in the soil, to make everything grow. From there,
And have the kids dance around it,
yes,
singing små grodorna, little frogs and
mormors lilla kråka,
räven raskar över isen.
så får vi lov.
Isn't this one fest with the shrimps? You know, it's kräftfest.
Kräftskiva.
I know this one because my aunt lives in Sweden and I visited so many times near Stockholm. So you're playing the first time at the Willful Forest. And you can hear it, it's a bit heavy lineup. How do you feel between all these bands?
Confident.
Yeah, I think so. People, even angry people, after they've been angry all day, they need some happy rock and roll.
Let's quote the Joker from Batman. Let's put a smile on that face.
Did you change anything at the lineup in your set list? Did you change it are you going to do a really heavy set or smooth?
We used to bother about stuff like that.
like,
We even had it in like the contract a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Like, could you please do a little bit of a heavier set? And we just didn't give a crap. And people were still pretty happy after we came out.
Absolutely.
They get the royal experience instead of the angry experience.
My cameraman told me that years ago when you were a bit smaller, you played on a festival and you're just like, okay, for 54 minutes, it's done. We haven't got anything more to play. These are the only songs.
Yeah.
How was that for you now to look back at this situation? You got a lot of songs now and looking back to this situation, it's like, oh, sorry guys.
Well, it's much more convenient nowadays since we have 3 albums to choose and pick and make a set list, I gotta say. I think the record was, we got booked early days for a festival for 90 minutes with our debut album, and that album is 32 minutes long. So it's like, all right, how many Chuck Norris jokes can we put in a 90-minute set?
And our management was like, yeah, but you could play covers. And we were like, no, we're not gonna be a cover band. And now we do some covers. But
Yeah, because we are a cover band. You should see our sound checks, they're amazing.
yeah.
So are you going to play a cover tonight?
Let's see. It's basically, we have to look at Adam and it's like, whatever he's up to, then you just gotta tag along.
So you're so spontaneous to say, okay, now let's do this.
Yeah, well, you have a set list in front of you, and then it's like, hopefully it will be this set list tonight.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah, well, you gotta roll the die, as people say.
You're a very, very typical festival band, I would say, because it's very powerful, your music, it's cheery, you're totally happy when you listen to it. So I'm very excited about the situation, you know, because before you get on stage, are you just a little bit nervous, just like, okay, what if the cops are flying?
Well, basically, I would say before the stage, we're the most boring band on the planet. Everybody's just sitting on his iPhone like, 5 minutes. Cool, walk up, do this, do that. Check if you got a few notes, like, it's there, and then you walk up. And the only thing that's kind of, you never really know is like with the technical aspects.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. You walk up like, hello, isn't this supposed to be? We went to the States and
There was a lot of technical difficulties in the States.
and you look, because we didn't bring our own crew for the States, so you look at the guy who's supposed to do your inner, and he's like, and you want to do this. Like, It's nothing. Yeah, but you just gotta stay professional. Plug them out. Look at Per. There's the beat. Cool. Keep on playing.
I don't know what I'm playing right now.
Yeah,
It's okay.
Yeah, it's basically like that. Sometimes you just fumble in the dark. Like I think it's right.
Our last set I had, when I sound checked, I had everything, and when we started playing, yeah, it was bass guitar, and it was like something random, like snare drum. Or something. And I'm like, what am I supposed to do with this?
You just smile, just like, yeah, everything's okay.
You look over at the monitor guy, and you're like, dude, and he's like, and you're kind of like, he's not in a million years am I going to be able to fix this while playing, like.
But you're doing it really smooth. You just do it just like it's a dance. Like, yeah, people, up! You're touring right now with the album Weekend Man. Which song is for you the most powerful song for a festival, you would say?
I kind of like a baby right now, I think. For tonight, maybe Full Steam.
Yeah. When the Weekend Man song kicks off, that's pretty. It feels good because our front of house guy has strict orders like raise everything.
Make it loud!
Yeah, make it bleed.
So did you have any time to look around at the area, or did you just stay backstage?
Well, basically, we just been hanging out by the gym pair and I just
showing the guys how to work out.
Yeah.
Because they're all doing it wrong, you know?
Yeah. You're supposed to lift with your back, not your knees. That's...
Oh, you mean with a...
Quick, and then just...
And then when you do biceps, you want to do it with your back.
You wanna hurl it up.
Relax your arms and just go. Hi!
Yeah, we've been showing a few tricks.
It's your part-time job, band and fitness professional.
Yes. Well, we don't get too many gigs hired as a fitness professor at the moment, but we'll get there.
Do you even lift, bro?
No.
Where do you see a difference between a Swedish festival and a German festival from the people?
I don't think there's a lot of difference, like, worldwide. It's pretty much the same thing. People get drunk, dirty, and have sex.
It's basically a festival mindset people go into, like, all right, I have 3 days to not give a shit about anything and I can be completely shit-faced the entire time. So people just, like, they don't care if they pass out in the mud. It's still a festival. It happens to everyone. Stuff happens at the festival. It's like Las Vegas. What happens at the festival stays at the festival.
Yeah.
Sometimes, yeah.
But it's harder nowadays since Facebook, Instagram, and all that. Like, it's forever.
I think that's one of the things we learned, like, touring all over the world. Like, we used to be dead scared about going to England because we were singing their language, and we heard so many bad things. Like, it's gonna be so tough for you guys, and it was. But the people were the same. They were just like, I can see your underwear, you know, just like the Germans and just like the Finns and just like the Swedes. And then we did America. We were also like, all right, let's see how this goes. And they were also like, I can see your underwear, you know. So everybody's the same. Everybody. It's amazing how people are alike all over the world.
Because I can remember a situation when I was in Stockholm. I was 6 years old, and my aunt and I were walking to the Enco, the big shopping mall, and one guy just suddenly made this to me as a small child, and other people just like, oh, what the hell, what's wrong with you? And I've never seen this before. These people are just really... So I have the feeling that Swedish people are very cute.
Let's hope we are.
Well,
are you?
It's basically like Swedish people are fine when we're sober, or we're really like tied up. We don't talk a lot to strangers, and you know, there's not so much of a going out culture in Sweden. But then Friday and Saturday, and especially after salary, everybody goes fucking mental and on vacation. Swedish give, like, all the Swedes give us a really bad reputation just because they go all in.
Because alcohol's so expensive in Sweden. So
that's it.
So one last important question: what was your best festival situation you had?
Rheinkultur?
Yeah, Rheinkultur.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah,
I was trying to remember.
Me too. It was like one of those first time experience for me, stepping out in front of a lot of people and like, wow, what a cool feeling this is. Like, more mosh pit, yeah! And just like the first time I really had the experience of that's 20,000 people. That's how it looks like.
Okay, that's very impressive.
I think first time at Rock and Park when we played like the hall. I don't know, the third stage is in a hall, and we had no idea what to expect. And when we looked out like 15 minutes before, the room was kind of empty. We went on stage when they like turned the lights down and the whole roof came off.
Wow.
And it was like super duper. That was like everybody was just goosebumping backstage.
Oh, magical moment then.
And then when we stepped up on stage, we could see the doors at the back close because the place was packed. So
Wow.
That was a cool one.
that was really.
A lot of good festival experience, I gotta say. It's hard to cherry pick.
I believe that, but you know, this sounds like a really special.
It was. We had the smallest production of all the fucking bands on the. We rolled in a small little Sprinter, 4 guys, a backliner, and a front of house guy. And he's with us today, the backliner. He found old pictures. That's from 2011, I think, that one. And he found this picture of with our backdrop. On this huge.
Right.
Yeah, it's like.
We used to have a little club backdrop. That was the only one we could afford.
Yeah. So we didn't even pay for that one. We got endorsed.
Oh
with that
yeah,
one.
for Jägermeister.
Yeah, but
so it has like a Jägermeister logo on the badges.
But we duct taped over the Jägermeister.
Right.
Does it still exist?
I don't know. Maybe we gave it away. Maybe it got lost.
Yeah.
Maybe it wasn't fireproof.
I think it was a fire issue with it.
Oh, it has to be fireproof?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
When you play in clubs, it's very important that your backdrop is fireproof.
We found out a bit later, like after a lot of shows. Oh, it has to be fireproof.
Every night we would spray it down with water and fireproof.
Then we tried out. No, it's not fireproof.
But maybe you should try it for the next festival, just a really small backdrop, just for fun. I don't know.
Like No Effects still has their original backdrop, like a sheet. They had it from the living room or from the bedroom. It just sprayed No Effects, and they still tour with that one.
So now you can leave because you gotta go on stage, and then afterwards you're leaving right now because you're going to another festival, right?
We're going to France tonight, tours. But it sounds German. It's Strasbourg. Yeah.
It's French, but most of the people talk German. It's a bit, you know, fighting stuff here.
Yeah, like, this is our time. No, it's not. Well, everybody should just get along.
It's gonna
and
be good.
Yeah, have a good time.
Thank you guys for your time and have a good show. I'm going to watch it.
We are Royal Repub. Have a fantastic evening.